All right, and we're live. I'm going to scroll back up here a minute and welcome people that came in the chat first. All right, we're live. I'm going to scroll back up here. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see who all we have in here.
Frank was first, wasn't he?
Yep. We have Twisted Fishing. We have Mark Anthony, Jason Lamb, Gray's Family Fishing. We have Real Gals in the house. William Porkchop.
Annette Morgan. There's Annette Morgan, Hawaiian fisherman, women's outdoor. We got all kind of people coming in here, buddy.
Oh yeah, women's outdoors. She has a great channel. She does a lot of survival stuff and everything. So if you're into that, she does really good with it. We have Annette Morgan. Pork chop in the house. Outdoors, Big Matt's in here. Pontoon Jody. John Parker Jr. James Kilpatrick. Christian and Freedom, who's in there. Your boy Troy. Okay, everybody. I have the PayPal link and pinned up the top of chat. So any donations tonight, either through Super Chats or PayPal, will go to the tournament for Catfish Pirates and the Patriot James tournament that he has going on as well. And with that being said, would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Go ahead, Alan.
I'm Alan Dittmeyer. A lot of people call me Roger. That's my first name. Close friends call me Alan. Help run the Catfish Pirates group on Facebook. And I've got Ambets members here that are helping us with our event. I'll let them introduce themselves. Yeah, I'm Robert Rittenhouse. I'm the commander here at Post 12 Ambets, Muncie, Indiana. And I like cowboy, but we're glad to be part of this, and that these donations, anything we get, is really big. Our veteran money that we do and stuff will help all of our veterans within the county, whether they're part of us or not. Veterans is why we're all here.
I'm John Peter. I'm with the Sons of the Ambets. I'm here to support the Sons, our mission to support our veterans. Never let people die. That's why I'm
Power off.
We appreciate it. I'm James Smith from Patriot Catfishers of America. I'm here to support these guys, and they support us to bring awareness to our veterans and giving you an avenue to help, whether you come fish our tournaments or whether you make donations to these places. Please reach in your pockets, guys, and help them out.
Absolutely. And I'm Richard Cluck from the YouTube channel Fishing and Freedom. And again, it's an absolute honor to be up here on the panel with all you guys tonight. It's always an honor to have anything to do with supporting our troops or military servicemen and women. And it's an honor, and I want to personally thank you all for your service. I'm here to just help out tonight and support you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Chuck Watkins. Country Catfish with Chuck is my YouTube page. Me and my partner that fish are two old vets. We're both veterans, proud of this country and proud of that flag. I was honored last year to get to fish the Patriot James tournament. It's humbling and bring tears to your eyes. That's just an understatement. And Alan, I've known, believe it or not, through Facebook for a couple, 3 years now. Never met him, but I've always helped him with his tournament, and I'm proud to be a vet and proud of this country.
Thank
you. Steve Embody, member of Catfish Pirates, and help do whatever I can to help Roger out, and so that way we can make this event hopefully be you know, of course, our biggest yet, and because it's for a great cause. And,
Yes.
you know, our goal is just to get bigger every year, because then we can help more and more every year.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Alan, the first question is, what really got you into doing this?
Just from where we live in Indiana, I felt like that we don't have a big avenue for big events for catfishing here in the middle of the state, and we're big into CPR, harvest fishing, you know, collective harvest fishing, and we just kind of started pushing that. Me and Doug put this group together, and Steve got on board with us to help push this through the state. You know, commercial fishing is so bad, so that was really our main goal, and then we slowly gained people throughout the country because of what we're doing. And now that our local city and government's involved with this, we just felt like the time to take the step, the leap, and we wanted to try to give something back. And we had all the pieces here. We just had to piece them together, the individuals we have in the town, and it's worked out great. We got the camp vets involved. I went to school with John. He was my first contact to get all this started, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Just one person led me to another person. We had a meeting with the city of the mayor. That's led me to other people, and it's just been snowballing like a wildfire. And this town is really excited about this, and as we are. So it's a great opportunity for us to to give back to veterans, to help them out in our community, to help get our name out there, what we're about. And like I said, you know, we don't do this for business. We don't sell product. We don't make money. This is something we do as a hobby. So what better way to support them by doing what we're doing? That's how I feel about it.
Well, I'll applaud you for that.
Amen. I'll agree with that.
That's a lot of work.
And Richard, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
We can't see any of the questions, the chat, so we'll have to pass that on to
you. Twisted wants to know, did the gathering spring from the one time we all met up at Huntington?
Yes, that was the initial start of our group, let's say, and it was very small at that point. And it's grown leaps and bounds. Steve can tell you. I mean, it's amazing.
How big is the town that y'all in that's doing this?
Population wise, we're probably close to 65 and 70,000. We used to be up more than that, but our industry was mainly all factories, and it kind of went wayside. But it's a pretty good knit community. Everybody kicks in and helps out. It's a nice reservoir outside of town.
Right. So the town was able to get behind you. You was able to talk to the mayor and stuff and get them behind you. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had those.
I think what helps us is that we're centrally located in the middle of the state. So people that want to come to our event, they don't have to maybe drive near as far if we lived all the way in the northern part or all the way in the southern part. We're centrally located, so it kind of gives everybody a chance to make that drive and make it a little easier, in my opinion.
There you go. Yeah, Avid, I can't do that. I'll get it to you a different way.
No problem.
You know that. Yeah, it's you know, and the main thing is like maybe I said a little while ago or not, is that not just we're trying to bring attention to our fishermen, but we're trying to bring attention to John Doe public too.
Exactly.
And if you can cross that barrier, guys, and I'm talking to myself also, if we can cross that barrier where we can get more of John Doe public involved, there's no telling how far this goes. I mean, you look at Fishing for Freedom, how big there's 5 whole towns that gets behind that thing for a week. You know, now it'd take a lot of people to get to work on that, but look how much attention that brings, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What we have involved right now, besides the mayor and the mayor's office, they are going to publicize our event. We have our town visitors bureau. They've already got us on their calendar of events. That's going to be publicized through them. We also have our called the Delaware County Senior Citizen Center that does a lot of projects and things for the veterans. They are heavily involved with this. And our local radio station, they've already told us that they would be publicizing our event as well. And we're trying to actually get them to come out on site when we have the event.
There you go. There you go. That's pretty cool.
And like the Senior Citizen Center, they've got what is that? It's almost like a small little coupon flyer, penny saver style flyer that they put together. Yeah. And it goes out to like, what was it, like 62,000 local residents?
Yeah.
So, and everyone will get one of those. And then, yeah, the advertising that they're helping us with alone is unreal. I mean, and hope that's what we're hoping we can get, just a lot of, not so much your fishermen, but, community wide involved with this and make it knowledgeable to them and have a really good turnout.
But you know what? For them veterans, and I know there's some veterans in here, to be out there and walk up and see all these people there for you, giving you the thanks that a lot of our veterans haven't got. Our Vietnam veterans got kicked, spit, and pissed on, and they didn't deserve it.
Nope.
Now it's time to actually give them a true thank you for what you've done.
What you're talking about, Vietnam veterans have never been welcomed home. Never. They never have.
My mother had 5 brothers. 2 served in 2, and 1 served in 2 in Korea. The other 3 served in Nam at the same time. 1 Army, 1 Navy, and Marine. Can you imagine the headbutting them boys done?
Yeah. I have a lot of family members, uncles, cousins that were in the service. Some of them were in the war back in the day.
Yep.
Some of them were more in the modern wars, Gulf and that. And some of them are still serving today. So I have a lot of family members myself.
Well, while we're bringing this up, let me mention one thing. I just got involved with a thing called Tackle 22 Fishing. And most people don't realize this. 22 veterans every day commit suicide.
Yep.
Every day in America, 22. And Tackle 22 Fishing, they need people all over every state, and all they want you to do is take a vet fishing. Show them that there is a way out here, that there is a life besides the demons they brought home with them, because a lot of these boys did things that a normal person couldn't even get in their mind to even imagine.
Yep.
And they live with it every day. And a lot of them choose suicide as an easier way than living with it.
Yep.
And of course, they got no support when they come home. They get a handshake from the government and a thank you. I'll see you again.
Yeah.
That's why every time I see a military person in uniform or a vet, I thank them for their service. All right, buy them a cup of coffee or their dinner and just walk off after saying thanks. I don't look for anything back from them.
No. You want me to tell you one simple way that John Doe public can thank a veteran more than anything, and our active military? Just fly Old Glory at your house.
Amen.
It breaks my heart riding through the countryside and out through places. Nobody flies red, white, and blue no more. And it breaks my freaking heart. All these companies out there that's making money right here in America, and don't fly Old Glory.
Or Glory flies on my truck every day.
I got 2 sticking off the front of my house, and I just bought that new boat. I'm gonna have a great big one flying off the back of my boat every time it hits the water.
Well, and that's the first requirement of fishing my tournament. I don't give a daggum if you drove it from California. If you ain't flying the flag on that boat, guess what? You're going to sit there and watch the weigh-in.
Yeah. Well, and that's one.
It may not have a boat, but I got one on my truck.
You know what I'm saying.
But yeah, and that's one thing we always make sure, I mean, from the get-go, I mean, we talked about when we first started having these tournaments and everything was even, I mean, a lot of people were kind of surprised when we told them before we take off, we will be doing our national anthem.
Yep.
And I mean, a lot of people really enjoyed that. And to me, it's more about that's a priority.
Yes.
Because these veterans have gave up more in their lives than any of us will ever think about giving up. And it's so that way we can have these events, we can have these get-togethers and be free doing it. And it's all because of them. And, from Pirates, we thank them all for that very much and for all their service.
Absolutely.
2 old vets, that young man is still practicing to this day. He can't wait to get down there and play a national anthem again.
Hey, that was
He played it Jimi Hendrix style with his electric guitar.
Yeah, hey, it was awesome. That was amazing. It amazed me though. The biggest thing amazed me was the turnout and some of the distance that people drove to fish that tournament.
Yep. I mean, like Lyle and Cindy, they come from Missouri.
I know.
Just to help me.
When I seen them there, honest to God, it almost took my breath. I just couldn't believe that. Yeah, I could believe that because there is good people in the world. Lots of good people.
Right. When it's cost them $50 to fish the tournament, they lay $100 bill down and walk off.
Yeah.
It
ain't about the money. The money meant nothing.
Y'all gonna have me in tears for the night's over with.
I've been sitting here in tears ever since it started. It's just an honor.
Yeah, it's like catfishing for freedom. If we could even get to the half the size of that, a quarter size of that from where we're located, and in different spots across the country, then it's spreading, man. That's spreading. So, Al and Steve, y'all just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I'll help you any way I can from my side.
Mr. Lyle with Catfish Weekly, thank you for coming in.
Yes. We've had quite a few come in here. You might want to shout them out right quick, Mr. Abbott.
I've been doing that when I was typing them out in chat. As you guys have been doing it. We got Catfish Weekly. We have Skull Rush, Chunky Morgan, Annette Morgan, Pontoon Jody.
Quite a few.
Let's see who else we got.
I seen a few come in a little while ago and they went on past us.
Fishing with Squirrel.
Yeah, there's Mr. Squirrel. Man, that was a beautiful thing he gave me at that tournament
your boy
last
Troy.
year. Golly.
Tina Ladybug. Where'd he go? I'm missing one.
It's Steve Allen. Well, I think of it. You might want to reach out to your local Masonic Lodge. Those guys will be glad to give you a donation, more than likely, guys, because most of them probably veterans in there too. I don't know if you got a Masonic Lodge in I'm a Mason, and our lodge is donating. They can't donate a whole lot, but they want to support our, most of them firefighter and police and stuff like that too. So
yeah, we've already had several other of the legions and some of the other local small towns contact us.
Good.
Now, a reminder to everybody in chat, I have a pin posted up. So if you make any donations to PayPal or Super Chats, it will go to either Patriot James or Catfish Pirates with the tournaments tonight. All donations will be going to both of them. Hello, Jello. Hello, Beverly.
And if there's anybody out there watching, that, I mean, wants to help and can't help tonight and needs any information on that, they can always feel free, contact Roger Allen or myself or Doug Parkinson. And so same way with Patriot James, if anybody wants to help him out with his event or anything like that at a later time, feel free, reach out to him. We really appreciate all our sponsors and everything everybody does to help the event go on, because without it, we wouldn't be able to do it.
We appreciate it.
Now, Chuck, I'd like.
Sorry. Yeah, I know that I know you guys put in a bunch of hours, because I talked to Alan through private message. Seems like not enough, but because I'm always working, seems like I should have been born rich instead of so cute. But anyhow, he puts a lot of hours into this tournament. Both you guys do, and I applaud you for that, and I appreciate it.
It's all about that, guys.
Not a
Leader
problem.
fall across one of my metal buildings out there, made a weird sound. I went running out to see what it was, make sure he didn't knock a hole in it with it raining. Now, explain to us the kind of how this is all starting from day one of starting of y'all's tournament thing. You talking about the motorcycle ride and stuff like that too?
Yeah, like I said, we had all the pieces were in place here in our town, and I had family members and some friends that were heavily into the bike rides, and here at the AMVETS they have the riders, and I thought, man, why not piece that together with our event? So we just started talking, and we decided we're just going to do a benefit bike ride, and it's going to start here at the AMVETS. Probably that morning, they're going to start signing people, the riders up, probably sometime around 8-ish in the morning, and they'll get riding somewhere around 9 or so, and they'll ride through the city. They'll stop a few places. Go by some of our local sponsors, stop at a few of them, and they will actually end up at the start of our event at our local reservoir where we're going to have the gathering, which includes hog roast, food, and tons and tons of door prizes and raffles, and then once that's all done, we will actually there at the event, there at the gathering, we will start signing people up for the tournament that starts up at 8 p.m. And like Steve said, we'll play the national anthem before we take off. We'll have a captain meeting, that whole spiel. It'll go to the next morning at 8 a.m. when we're going to have the weigh-in, and I've got a local tournament guy that does catfish trail, masturbate tackle, and he's going to be there on site to help us with the weigh-in, and we're going to be right in there to help him as much as we can and to get through this. We did it last year, and it worked out great. Cool. He stepped up and said he'd be more than happy to help us again, and I really see us raising at least $5,000 for these guys, but my hope is we can raise 10. That's my goal.
I would like to ask my mods to share the link of Catfish Pirates on Facebook in here, and everybody on panels links as well.
There's one thing about our group that people don't realize. We are set as a private group, and the reason we did that is we are heavily against commercial fishing and pay that's what our group is about. So we had to go that route because we was getting too many people come in that was not what we were about, and it was causing too many problems. So we just had to cut that out. So we would just strictly try to engulf the people that was more like us.
There you go.
Exactly.
That stupid computer froze up. Had switched to my phone.
Hey, that happens every once in a while to my laptop.
Yeah, as soon as I opened mine up to daggum up here a little while ago, the cotton picking thing was going through a daggum upgrade. I told Abbott, I said, I might be a little bit late because I don't know how long this thing's going to last doing this.
That's why I learned from last time when we did this with Campus Pirates to send out the links at least a half hour early, so if they had any technical issues, we could get them ironed out before the show.
Yeah. Are you having a good turnout at your tournaments from veterans coming to help or coming to be there or?
Well, this year here is actually our first event that we're making it a benefit for the veterans.
Okay.
Last year was our stepping stone of where we really started seeing a lot of people come out locally.
Right.
So I think we had somewhere around probably close to 100 people there at the gathering,
Cool.
and boats and all. We do bank tournament too, as well as boats. We have both of them there. We're not going to just have just the boats, and guys that bank fish can't be a part of it. That's not going to be that.
Well,
No.
see, last year I was able to do that.
I think we had somewhere around 30 teams all together, maybe 35 last year. And that was before, like I said, that was before we decided to do a benefit tournament. And I really look to see them numbers go way up.
Oh yeah, you will.
Oh
You
yeah,
will. More people see what you're doing and what it stands for. You'll have more to come out. Last year I had the bank fishing included because we had a good location, but it was not a good location for a tournament of more than 50 boats. I mean, you got the parking, but just the way it's set up, it crowded. I mean, Chuck can tell you, it got pretty crowded over in that corner. So I moved it to a better location, but you could bank fish there, but you're gonna be reeling in all the time because of all the boat traffic.
Right.
Just the way it's set up.
Yeah, see, and that's one good thing about. I mean, we have our event at Prairie Creek Reservoir there in outside of Muncie, and
Right.
There's all sorts of place for bank fishing and all sorts for boats. And I mean, the way they've got it set up, I mean, they do a great job making sure we have the areas that we need. And I mean,
Right.
last year they set up a big tent for us and tables, chairs, everything. And they're doing that again for us this year. Plus we'll have pavilions this year. And I mean, that's
pretty cool.
Yeah, they actually.
I'm glad we have the room because I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Wanda Dittmeyer says Alan works very hard at these tournaments for at least 6 months out of the year. I'm a catfish pirate widow. He spends all his free time working on tournaments. Wow.
Yeah, that's my wife. She's been going through some rough times. So. A lot of people don't know, but she just went through a bladder cancer. So.
I'm sorry.
Still fighting some of that. So.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Thank you.
Keep up the good fight.
So, what lake is this tournament going to be at, and how can people get a hold of you to get in on this?
Best way to get a hold of me is normally on Facebook. I mean, it's just under Steve Embody, or they could always send a request as far as a member request to the Catfish Pirates page, because I mean, we check them very frequently and everything. So, but as far as just, for a general question, I'd say I can be gotten a hold of on Facebook is the easiest way. Either Facebook or through Messenger.
Now I was curious. Y'all was talking about the having a bike ride. As far as the bike ride aspect of it, being a rider myself, I've done a lot of toy runs and things. And are y'all going to do something kind of like maybe a poker run, a dice run, or something to kind of raise some money, or is this all just voluntary, just donation?
It's actually be a reservation fee of around $10 ride per rider plus passenger, and it's going to go. At this present time, it's going to be a per of 5 stops. Probably be more coming. They haven't worked out the whole details yet, but the route will be close, probably end this month.
Okay.
Steve, you're breaking up a little bit on us.
That's Alan. Yeah,
Alan,
Alan,
you're
your mic
breaking
was
up.
copy. I don't know why, because
I don't know why either, but
the video's coming through good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
now
can
I
hear
can.
you. It's just choppy.
try that again.
Yeah, tell us about that ride again, because it was choppy real bad.
Ride's going, like I said, it's going to start here at our post, and it's going to take 5 to 7 stops at the present time, and it's going to be basically a poker run.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. No, we got you that time.
We're trying to squeeze in here on my phone. I don't have a laptop or nothing. I wish I would have. Maybe down the road with everything that's going on, we can maybe pull something like that off. But
No, it just sound like your internet's choppy. Don't sound like it's anything you do, because your video's perfect.
How many vets do you guys foresee going to be at this tournament?
well, with our sons, ladies, and riders, and even our juniors are going to be involved. So with people coming out, I'd say every bit of anywhere 50 or plus, and we're putting the word out. And that's just people from the post. Once we get the word out through our Facebook, the MVET, the Post 12, we have a real good Facebook and a real good following. And our membership right up around 452 members, one of the largest in the state. So, the more word we get out, the better it'll be. But we're going to have even our juniors involved and stuff to help after the 2 o'clock and stuff when they come in, help pass out the gifts and help serve the food, the hog roast, too. We want to get everybody involved in it.
There you go.
Ladies, the sons, and the riders, and us vets ourselves.
I wish I lived closer, because I'd love to be there to help out and join you guys.
No doubt.
Because
it's a long ride for me. I thought about it a time or two, but it's a long ride.
I totally understand that. I wouldn't expect anybody to come that far away. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. Maybe.
I
mean, they have,
Not
and that's the good thing about, I like seeing is, Patriot James, you have your event in your area. We have our event in our area because, it makes it accessible to where guys are able to make it.
Yeah.
That, if they can't make it to yours because of distance, maybe they can make it to ours because it's closer and vice versa.
Yep.
I'd love to see more trails, dedicate one event to something like this. Just
I'm trying to figure a way to get one
to
started.
spread the word and to help.
Hey, I noticed in chat that Twisted Fishing TV, your comment was, I say any of us with an open seat invite a vet to fish with you at the tournament.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly what James done. That's how I got to his. I got invited by Junior War Scout. He's a good friend of mine. I knew him on Facebook. And like I say, it's a humbling event. As a veteran, I just want you to know it was an humbling event. And I called my buddy. He's a vet. And like I say, we're going to fish it. I done told him to draw a circle on the calendar the 16th of April. And we'll go do it again.
That's it. That's all I asked. If you come into the tournament, just let me know if you can carry a veteran with you, if you got an open seat. And, sadly, last year we had more empty seats than I had veterans to fill them, which is a good thing. But the bad thing, the veterans, we had the word out, got the word out, but they didn't show. We had one old guy, he come in about 2.5 hours later. He was riding around another part of the lake. He wasn't nowhere near where we was at, but we finally taught him in how to get there, and he actually got to catch fish. And but it was an honor.
I am trying to figure a way out how to get one of these tournaments with vets here going in this area. And if I can figure a way out to do it, I'm going to get it done.
Best advice I can give you is make sure you get plenty of help and reach out to your local government and your local AMVETS or Veterans Center. There. That'd be your best place to start.
Yeah, our local government wouldn't give me the time of day because basically it was right there in the middle of COVID. You know, so they had a lot more important things on their mind than, you know, dealing with me. You know, so next year, I figure next year I'm gonna bust some eardrops. They're gonna hear from me.
They know
This is bigger than
That's
all
what you
of
got to
us.
do.
That's the way I look at it. This is bigger than all of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If there's any way that we can help to save a veteran's life from suicide, I'm more power to it, and to help support him to get him into living and get him into a happier place, it'd be great.
That's what Camp Centurion is all about.
Yeah,
I believe that our
I didn't realize
local Delaware County Senior Citizen Center that does things for the veterans.
Yep.
I believe they actually have something set up go along with them lines. They have a program over there. It's just for veterans where they can meet. I can't remember if it's once a month or once a week, where just like coffee and donuts. It's just veterans only. Nobody else is in there. They're allowed. They go in there. They talk amongst themselves, and you know what happens there stays there, kind of thing. It's an outlet for them guys to talk among other people and their situation to deal with it. So,
But
Saturday a month. First Saturday. Okay. Once a month.
see, there needs to be flyers. There needs to be people. You need to have a carload of those things. So anytime you out and you come across somebody that's struggling, you hand them that piece of paper. Because the only way you're going to help them is if they're ready to help. That means they're going to have to come to you. That's what Camp Centurion will tell them. I want to go and help them and pick them up off the street. But if they're not ready, then I'm wasting my time and their time too. And so the way they're set up is that you have to call them. So that means it's up to us to give them access to find out who they can call. Because a lot of times when they call the daggum VA, it's falling on deaf ears.
Want to be outdoors says James on things you have to understand about some veterans like him, like Wannabe, is the anxiety and other obstacles that hold them back from doing things in big crowds.
Yeah. I totally understand. I'm an introvert myself. And it's, you know, I didn't do and go through what y'all did, but I totally understand. It's tough, but that's why we got you back, boy.
We got your back.
We got you back.
Absolutely.
We also have here a thing called Operation Full Pack. We have a thing here called Operation Full Pack, and it's due our second harvest, but every week they go pass out food that you go stand in line like at the malls and stuff, but we go down and pack it up, and we're taking 75 meals now to veterans because like all of us, we're almost too proud to go getting that line. We really need help. But we got veterans now coming, getting those and taking to other veterans. But it's just for that. And we started out with 15 meals, and we're up to 75. We do it once a month. They either come here to get it, or we have people distribute it. And it's you know, whether it's a veteran or a family of veterans, or someone's passed away, if they need help, we're going to help them. But it's getting the veterans more involved with that as well.
That's cool.
Amen.
Yeah, that the group that he's talking about, they are actually involved with our event. I don't have the full details yet of what they're wanting to do. Myself, I'm trying to get more involved with helping these guys out with things like that. Like I said, I have a lot of family members that were in the service, so one of the things I'm looking at trying to do is become a member here, so I can be more of a part of what they're doing and help them out when I can. I work a lot of hours at times and dealing with my wife, so I just trying to give what I can when I can.
I put people on guilt trips. I do. I will in a heartbeat. If they won't listen straight up and listen to something what they read, I'll bleed hard on them in a heartbeat.
James Alba, I do understand that a lot of you vets do have a problem asking for help out of pride, but that's why, like, people like Catfish Pirates and Patriot James are doing what they do. And anytime I can help them get their tournaments and everything out there, I will. And I will gladly do it for any Catfish veterans tournaments.
And that's why I'm, me personally, I'm more than grateful that we were able to get teamed up, and that we're able to help the MVets out this year, because they do have, I learn more and more about them every day, but so many different things that they help the veterans with, to where it's not just, we're helping this part or that part or this veteran and not that veteran, to where with doing it with them, we're able to, help in some way for all of them.
Right.
And, and I appreciate the MVets very much for allowing us to, be a part and to help and to have this for them, because the things they do is great, and we're very appreciative for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a meeting with the guy that runs the Delaware County Senior Citizens, and I was there for about an hour, and I really didn't even know the place existed, what they did for veterans. And he clued me in on that. He said a lot of people don't, even in our own town and surrounding areas. So I'm kind of hoping that doing this give them more exposure as well, because I didn't know about it. I really didn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's been there. You had to look in order to find it.
Yeah.
We've got to make access easy.
Yes.
We've got to show, hey guys, it's over here. It's right down the corner over here. You need me to help you get there.
Amen.
There's one for you from James Alba in Colorado. I'm part of the VFW post here. Every year we do a sleep out fundraiser and locate the homeless vets. We've been very successful with it.
That's pretty cool,
Great.
James. My hat's off to you, buddy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. People like myself, I'm not a veteran, and it's hard to, I can't even imagine what y'all have been through. I can't. There's no way. So looking at it as a civilian side of it, how can I get other civilians involved that can reach out, that know more veterans than I do, or know where I can find some veterans that's needing help, and lead them, give them the avenue to do it, to get it done.
James Alba, that's amazing. 5 years,
Yeah,
and they've raised over $100,000.
Wow.
that's pretty cool, my friend.
That is cool.
Like you say, talking about that information, I'm sure that at the very last minute, well, I'm not sure because I don't know, but I would assume that at the very last minute, those 22 vets that committed suicide had the thought of talking to someone or someone to talk to about their problem. And guess what? There was no avenue for them to turn to, or there was, but they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
That's why you're right. We need the information accessible and readily accessible.
Yes.
Not having to jump through hoops and dig through 10 pages of, they're probably not in the phone books no more, but anyhow, the idea is not having to search through 25 organizations for a number to help at that very minute, because a lot of times they done got things in their life going bad anyway. They're not going to waste that time. They done decided that it's easier to go out.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you an easy way to do that. If they're homeless vets, guess what they have to use every night for sleeping? Newspaper.
Yep.
Front page of the newspaper or the Ben article says, call us.
Yep.
We're here.
I would like to ask everybody in chat to pray for Maurice Kaysen tonight. He won't be in chat, but he will be watching from the emergency room tonight.
Uh-oh.
I don't know the full logistics of it, but let's keep him and his family in our thoughts and prayers.
Yes. Yes. Maurice is one of the biggest supporters of all of our channels, YouTube channels and stuff like that. Maurice, our prayers are out with you, my friend.
So, but all right, Avid. Well, I appreciate you very much for having me on tonight. I'm gonna let Roger take care of the rest of this. My charger's not working on my phone for some reason, so I got to go and try and dig and find another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. I want to thank Patriot James, Chuck, all of you guys. Thanks for being on here tonight with us and for everything you guys do, and for helping anywhere you help with us and with helping promote our event and everything. And
right.
So once again, Avid, I really appreciate it and appreciate everything you guys all do. And last thing I can say is, if you see a veteran, thank him, because you're able to do what you're able to do in this world because of them.
Exactly.
So, yep. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna find a charger. Give me a shout on your way home, Roger.
I will, bud. Thank you.
Steve,
All
I
right,
will
buddy.
be promoting you guys
Steve.
every year because it's something I can do to help. And if there's anything else I can do to help you guys, let me know.
Oh, we will for sure. So,
And I think Fishing and Freedom would say the same thing, wouldn't you, bud?
Absolutely. Anything I can do to help, just let me know. I'll be there.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. You all have a safe evening.
You too. Now, who's Alan? Who's Roger? Now, I've been calling you Alan and Roger.
That's me. My first name is Roger. Most of my close friends and family call me Alan. So if they call me Roger or Alan, I just go with it. The reason is I'm a junior. So
Me too.
my father, he's passed away. And back in the day when people would call the house, they would say, "Is Roger there?"
Yeah.
And they'd say, "Well, which one do you want?"
Yeah.
So I just got used to being called Alan. And then Dad's passed away. And most of everybody, they just call me Roger if they're on Facebook, because that's my full name. But my close friends and family, they call me Alan because that's what I've been known by for years.
Yes, they are. There's getting more and more want to outdoors. They're getting to be more and more out there to do a lot for the veterans like that. Take them outdoors, hunting, fishing, camping. I'm telling you, getting back to nature is a lot of help to get a man's mind right. I don't care what kind of where you're at. A lot of times, just a good little walk in the woods, I don't know, it can lift your spirits.
Yeah, that's all I've done all my life is hunt and fish. That's all I live for. I couldn't imagine life without it.
When I was little, we had one thing to play with. It was called outside.
Yep.
We went outside and then we came home.
But y'all know, and you've seen elderly, especially like in nursing homes and stuff like that. Those four walls start getting tighter. The more you're sitting inside, the tighter those four walls get. And you might have to work your tail off, because I've met some tough people, and I'm a hard-headed son of a gun myself. And when they get in that situation, they don't want no help. They don't want to hear from you. You're getting on their nerves. Well, guess what? Get on their nerves some freaking more. Because most times, once you get them pissed off, they got to get up. If they get up, then you got them closer to the door.
Exactly.
Now, you might carry a good old tail whooping, you piss him off too bad, but hey, at least he got up and done something.
We have Rebecca and Jamie from Carolina Real Screamers in here.
I mean, I love each and every one of them. We couldn't do what we do every day, guys. I mean, we couldn't.
Right.
Most of us, if they really do a lot of research in their family tree, probably most Americans got blood right here in this dirt.
Oh yeah, we do.
I tell everybody, if you think about it, when you see a flag waving, it's waving with the breath of a dead soldier.
Yeah.
That's the wind that moves it.
You know, right or wrong, and I'm sure we've been in some battles we probably didn't have no right even being in, but we was there. But the big picture was, as them men and women picked up that gun or flew that plane or drove that battleship or went under the water in a sub, not just for America, but for another people that didn't have nothing to do with America, but was under the thumb of communism or something like that. And they went in to help these people to live a halfway free life, at least freer than what they had.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I guess that's the way. That's like my uncle. I'll tell you a quick story. Uncle David. And he was there. Chuck, he was the two tall men that come there at the end and was sitting over there talking with, yeah, that's my uncles. They was both, one was Navy and one was Army. And Uncle David actually was a gunner on the rescue helicopters in Nam. They come in hot. And most of them didn't live too long. But anyway, and David was a big old rascal too, so he was a pretty good-sized target. But anyway, about 10 years ago, he got a box in the mail. It's going to bring me to tears. No return address. Said he opened up the box and Vietnam come right back. Bam. The smell. And there was a letter in there from his first sergeant that he actually had served with in Nam, was retiring. They was getting rid of a couple old warehouses and getting rid of stuff. And he come across David's flight helmet and sent it back to him.
That's cool.
Oh,
That is
man.
so cool.
And he said when he opened that box, the smell,
Vietnam.
he said out of all them years he had kept that stuff put up, he said for about 2 weeks it just shut me down. I said, I'm sure, David. I'm sure.
I have a friend who can hear a helicopter, and it doesn't matter when he hears it or how he hears it. He can be standing talking to him in his yard, and he'll say, listen, I hear a Huey coming in. All because he heard them so many days, so many nights. And he told me that when he come home from Vietnam, that they told him when he got off the plane, they said, do not get off this plane in your uniform. Put on your jeans and your shirt.
Yep.
And he said he walked down the stairs or whatever, getting off the plane. He said people throwing drinks on him and spitting on him, cussing him, telling him that he was a baby killer, that he went and killed babies and small children. You know what's funny is not one person asked to go over there. Not one woke up and said, I want to go to Vietnam today and I want to shoot and kill kids. They went and done a job that they was told to do.
Yep.
And they came home to a country that treated them like trash.
Yep.
They went over there, did the job they were supposed to do, and they get blamed for doing things that they had to do to survive.
But one of the best ways I figure, guys, we can help give back is help bring patriotism back to the country.
Amen.
That, to me, that is the biggest thank you that we can give to our veterans out of anything. Is the way I look at it. That's why I push real hard for everybody to fly a flag on their boat, whether you're fishing a tournament or not, because we have roads and bridges that run across water every day. And can you imagine that one guy that's coming down the road thinking, nah, today's the day, I'm just going to check out. I'm done. I'm tired. I've had enough. And he's crossing this bridge, and he looks out, and he sees not one boat, not 10 boats, but 100 boats. And every daggum one of them flying Old Glory.
Yeah.
Man might say, you know, maybe it wasn't in vain. Maybe it wasn't in vain. Somebody paid attention and cares.
You're right.
That's why I try to, or I do at the end of every one of my videos, I tell everybody the same thing. If you're going to get out in God's country and enjoy it, take a minute and thank Him for it. But since we're doing it in peace and safety, thank a veteran for that. Because, I mean, there's a very thin line between what we've got here in this country and what the rest of the world's got. And we don't want it. You know, and that thin line ain't people in suits and politicians. It's guys with boots on the ground. And I think it's only right that we should take a minute and thank them for it. And if I can just inspire one guy to go out and tell a vet, thank you for your service, it might just make his day. You know what I mean? And I'm with you. We need to bring patriotism back, man.
Oh yeah, we do, and I'm all about it. If we can get the ball rolling out here in the central, like Illinois and Missouri, that'd be great. Getting some more tournaments out here in this area as well. Besides Indiana and out east where James is.
I'm
Why
doing
not
it.
in every freaking state?
Yeah,
We got
every
that
state.
fisherman in every freaking state.
Yeah, let's get a tournament going for these vets and people on our front lines. Would be a great thing.
You know, when I had that very first YouTube tournament, it was for YouTubers only. It's the first one that ever come up, anybody done. And we didn't have, we had 30, 32 people, but it was the first one. But I said, look, guys, I don't want this to be unique. I want you to do it in your town and you do it over here. Everybody freaking do it across the country. Then everybody can come together. That gives you an opportunity. So the more we can get the word out, Roger, the more that people in your area see it from another state, or people that's over here in Kalamazoo sees you doing yours and me doing mine, they're going to say, well, it's too far for me to drive, but I can do that. Or me and a couple of buddies, we can do that. We got one guy that used to do tournaments, but it was bass tournaments, but he done it for the Golden families that had lost veterans and stuff. That's where they done it for their families and their kids, man. That's another avenue. Another avenue is why not have a tournament for our police, our paramedics, and our fire, and stuff like that. They're on the front line too.
Mm-hmm.
They right here on our dirt on the front line.
Right. And
My wife retired from 33 years as a medic. And I can't count on two hands how many times she's had guns and knives and stuff like that poured on her in the back of ambulances. So there's a lot of honor. There's a lot of, I don't know the proper word for it, places that we can actually thank people for what they do. But you know what? And I'll shut up because I get on a roll.
It's fun.
All the way from the President of the United States, not the one we got, all the way down to the person that digs our grave is needed in America. Whether you flip a burger, whether you dig a grave, whether you're the President of the United States, that's what America is. Let's get back to that. And we can do it by bringing patriotism back. More of them colors are seen going down the road, the more you make that person thinking, you know what? I don't remember seeing that many flags the last time I come down here.
Parker Pursuit says, thanks every one of you for your service and everything you have done for our country.
It's amazing. Sorry about that. There's my buddy, married my gold mining buddy, old Freddie Outdoors. He's a Navy man for 20 years.
Hey, can you see Chuck and John right here next to me, or are they split?
No, well, one on your other side, he's happy face. One with the goatee, I can see him.
I'll tell you what. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm gonna step out of this for a minute. I want them to get in here, so that way people can ask them any questions, and if they have any stories they want to tell about what's going on. And this is about them. It's not about me. So.
Yep, there you go. That's
Hey,
why I
long time catfishing.
think about
Kids blinking. Come little cats.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing? Thank you, Jello, for your donation. That will be going towards the catfish tournament and to Patriot James tournament as well. Thank you very much for that.
The guys that getting the word out to the public and giving them an avenue, because a lot of them a lot of people don't know where to go to help. They see the damn vets out there and other places like that, the armories and stuff, but most of them don't know if they can even go in there or not.
Right.
we're a family organization. We actually are one family. We're not just about this. We're not about the lady. We're one family to represent our veterans, to bring our veterans back to never be forgotten. That's the most important thing. We can never forget her. That's the whole mission.
Yeah.
It's the whole mission of the family.
Yeah.
Not to be a forgotten veteran out there.
You guys are breaking up there again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm probably a little bit too far away.
Yeah. Oh, James Office had a few years ago, they filmed the movie. Here, several stars were in it, but one that came face to face was Honey Jane Fonda. Said she tried to talk to him and he walked away. Honey Jane, what a piece of trash.
Yeah.
Every time I drink a beer, I just go ahead and go in and piss on her because she's right there in our urinal.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, she ought to been hung for treason.
Yep.
Well, if you're talking about that, if you think about look at Ukraine, the president who didn't have to picked up a rifle, went to battle for his country. What he said was he's fighting for his freedom the same as every man on the ground. Because Russians, they're fighting against Russia, and I get it. And they said that the United States offered to come in and evacuate him. And he said he didn't need a lift, he needed ammo. Now, that's the kind of president leader that all worlds need.
Well, Chuck, they're not telling the whole story of this conflict, buddy.
No.
And Russia actually was coming in, and I know this ain't the place to get political because I'll get on a roll too. But yeah, that's one of them things that we just need to sit back and watch and see what happens, because
right.
If you got the daggone Clintons and you got the Bidens and all that's involved in businesses in a country and they don't want another country coming in.
Yep.
A lot of this going on. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to see the guys that's already put their lives on the line fighting over something that ain't got nothing to do but with money.
Oh, yeah. We should never be.
Because it looks like them boys is holding their own pretty good against that big old chicken choker over there.
Hey, I think they've done an awesome job to be what size they are compared to Russia.
But, there's veterans there in every country. We know that. Y'all guys know it better than any. I sat and watched videos of over in Afghanistan and over in Iraq. They had their citizens standing right beside American people because they didn't want to have to deal with that. To me, they're a veteran too. If you stand side by side with me and you ain't running or trying to shoot me in the back, hey, you're a brother.
The guy that I work with was in Afghanistan, and his interpreter was left there, and he watched on the news as they beheaded him after we pulled out. He told me, he said, you don't know how that feels to spend 3 years side by side with somebody like a brother, and we leave them like trash.
Yep. But yeah, any awareness, Roger, what y'all doing out there and guys working with the AMVETS and stuff, if we can get other people out there involved to help with some of the burden is not the wrong word. It's not a burden, but help with the job of getting it done to be able to help more people, then that's what we got to do. Reach out and, like I said a little while ago, I'll put them on a guilt trip. You ain't got nothing to do Saturday. Come on.
Yeah, let's go.
How can people find out more about AMVETS? Do y'all have a Facebook page, a website?
We got a real nice page. It's AMVETS Post 12. And my wife, she's the ladies president of the auxiliaries here, and she handles Facebook, and she does a real good job. And we're getting real good following on our Facebook. You can see all of our events, things we do, and we even if a veteran just needs help with their heat, whatever. We'll pay their bills and do things. And not only just about the veterans, it's about if we got a veteran over overseas or anywhere that they live there, but their families here and they need help. That's or even active duty. It ain't just veterans. It's people that are still on the front line that
No.
will help do anything.
Now, is there a way on the Facebook page to get in touch with you if anybody wants to donate or help out?
Yes. I can give Alan and give him a little more information on that. I'm not real good with that stuff, but there is.
Okay.
Get in touch with that, and if they contact Shannon, and then we can get you set up for all that.
Yeah, and there's most of the time, just about every town's got an AMVETS in it, don't it?
It's close. In more of your little bigger towns, more America. Through the pandemic, we lost like almost 20 AMVETS. They just had to shut down. They couldn't keep their doors open because they didn't get enough support from the government to let them stay open, which that should have been the place that they helped out instead of the other places they did, and caused them, the veterans, to lose the place they had that they could go to, which kind of really pissed me off.
Agreed 100% on that.
I
one.
agree with that one.
100%. Yeah, they didn't have their priorities right. I'll say.
No. Any place that had, like, I agree with Richard. Being able to send you guys or being able to help you out with donations to help vets with their electric bills or groceries or gas or whatever they need would be greatly be a way that we could help give back to the vets.
Yeah. That's what I guess I need to do. Look on my page and y'all might can do something like that too, Roger. Is have a post that has all the numbers and stuff that they can contact in your areas. I just thought about that. I thought, if each one of us in our town, say where Chuck's at, where I'm at, where Fishing for Freedom's at, and Avin's at, and y'all at, if each person will go up there and make a post that has these numbers, like the suicide helplines and all this and everything else, even the AMVETS, then sooner or later somebody's going to see it that needs to see it.
Well, the way I look at all this is if I reach just one, if I get to help just one, that's one that matters.
Tell you a quick story. There's one man on his deathbed felt that he'd been a Christian man all his life, said he never felt that he led anybody to God until on his deathbed. And the young man asked him, would you help me be saved? And that one person that he helped save helped millions. And that one person was Billy Graham.
Really? Wow.
So don't say that I'm just by myself and I can't do something. One person can make a difference.
I agree with
nothing else to that other person.
But if you save one life, just one in your whole lifetime, you've made a huge accomplishment in history. That's the way I feel about it. If you help just one.
We've been talking a lot about donating and helping in that way, and I encourage everybody, if they can, to help out in that way. But I get it. Some guys just can't, some guys can't. That's why I was really interested, and I'm sorry my phone was my computer's messing up. Chuck, I was asking you about that Tackle 22. You said the main goal of that is just to get somebody out and just take a fish.
It's called Tackle 22 Fishing. And the guy who started it was actually a vet contemplating suicide and had done decided that he couldn't deal no more. And someone took him fishing and gave him a new outlook on life, we'll say. Gave him a way to see that there was some good in the world. And so it's tackle22fishing.com. I'm pretty sure is the right website. But they're looking for volunteers in every state. Yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
Tackle 22 Fishing Foundation Incorporated?
It should be, yeah. And what they do is they're looking for volunteers in every state to take a vet fishing. And
private group.
And I've heard them talk about stories about vets who've been in wartime who'll be sitting there fishing, all of a sudden just burst into tears and talk about things that happened to them that they never talked to nobody about. And it's truly a blessing. I mean, it really is. I mean, and I encourage everybody, if you've got an empty seat on your boat and you're going fishing and you know somebody that just came back or that is a vet and is struggling, take them fishing. I mean, look here, you might have a new friend for life, you might save a life.
We actually ran across two organizations yesterday at the Catfish Conference that deals specifically with veteran issues. One doesn't, I think they both become both nonprofit. They're highly involved with taking veterans out. I believe I posted that on my page. Yeah, we met a few of them down there.
Richard.
Cool.
Yeah, anytime we can help others get their word out about anything that helps. I mean, even if there's a lot of good tournaments out there that raises a lot of good money for different causes. And, you know, I know that everybody, especially right now, can't help all of them, but any little bit goes a long way, guys. As just, if nothing else, it helps your heart to know that you give. It does. It really does. To see a smile, to shake a hand, to hug a neck. To me, that's worth $1 million. That's worth $1 million bucks. It's just to share the love and share. Well, it's like y'all hear me say on my show: share the love, share the bait. It's there's plenty of it to go around. There's enough negativity in the world, and let's share it with the people that's actually helped us be to where we at today. Guys, I don't mean to run off. I do have to go. Avid, thank you, Roger, Chuck, Fishing Freedom guys. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, just want to say one quick thing. One of the mottos for AMVETS, and that's all over the United States, is check on a buddy. Check on them. If you know a vet and you ain't seen them for a while, go check on them, because that will be maybe the spark that they need. And all your local AMVETS can even give you, or even the American Legion can give you addresses and stuff just to come in and say hi, just like you said, shake their hands, just to show up to their door, just say, hey, we're just here, thank you for your service, or do you need anything? And we've really, through all of our meetings and stuff, found out we've really helped out a lot just by just going the initial way, just to check on them.
Yeah.
Check on a buddy.
Yeah, that is it. Sometimes just to knock on that door, you might have just prevented something from happening.
Correct.
Even if you just go over and chat with them, have a cup of coffee, and just talk to them, just let them talk to you, tell you the stories and stuff like that. Just be with them, hang out, just fish with them.
I mean, guys and gals, I know we're all busy. We are. All of us got our lives and things going on, but we can take a minute, just a minute. We all got that. God bless y'all, guys. God bless America.
Appreciate you.
I'll give you a call, Roger.
Yeah.
Contact me tomorrow, man.
I'll see you soon.
We need to talk.
I'll see you soon.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in about a month and a half, won't it?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Take care.
And thank you, Patriot James, for coming up.
Bye-bye.
But before we get off, I just wanted to say real quick that this has been a very humbling experience to be able to work with these guys and vet to do what we're doing. And I'm so engulfed doing this. I'm just excited every day that I can pick up another sponsor to help these guys, to bring in more people, which is going to bring in more dollars for the event. It just gets me more and more excited. It gets me fired up.
Yeah, if you could send me the link in Messenger, Alan, for the AMVETS link, and I can share it with Richard as well, and we can get it posted to our pages where people can send the donations to them as well.
Absolutely. I'll put it up tonight.
And that'd be greatly appreciated because I like to put it up on my page as well.
Okay. I just want to throw out one other thing. I haven't really publicly made it announcement on it, but anybody that's been watching our page knows we've got a tremendous amount of support of sponsors. We actually surpassed our last year's list of sponsors. We actually are at 110 right now. We still have more.
Go get them, Alan.
That's everybody. That's somebody that's donated a pack of hooks. Maybe somebody that's donated some money to help with the event itself. Doesn't matter how big or how small, they are a sponsor, and every one of them just equally as important.
For sure. That's awesome, man.
That is very awesome, and I love doing this for you every year, Alan. Because I know this is going for a good cause, and I support you the best way I can, knowing how I can.
Well, yeah.
Well, guys, I want to appreciate you having me on. Alan, it's been my pleasure helping you.
Hey, Chuck, I'll be shooting you a message about casking in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm proud to be a vet. I'm proud of this country. I'm proud of that flag that flies every day. I ain't proud of the shit that runs it, but I'm proud of that flag.
And I want to challenge people in chat. Please fly a flag on your front yard and put a flag on your truck.
I've got one that flies 24/7.
And if you can't donate to help a veteran, please either go visit a veteran, take him fishing, go over and listen, help him talk, give him a way to release some of that tension. And
well, since you mentioned the flag, let me tell you how to take this into context. 22 three-corner folded flags are given away every day to a mother, father, a brother, or a sister for a vet that committed suicide. So we can all stop and take a minute, take a vet fishing, show them there is a way out here for a life that doesn't involve all the demons that they brought home with them. And that's just my take on it. And proud to be a vet and proud of this country. Thank y'all, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And I thank you for everything that you do, Alan.
Well, thank you, brother.
I can foresee this going bigger next year.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think after last year it could possibly get any bigger, but this year is way bigger.
Oh, next year's going to be even bigger.
I believe it will. It'll continue to be like this. We've decided that after we got initially started doing this, that the outpouring of getting from the community and even the cat, that we've decided that every year that we do our one yearly event, it's going to be a benefit for the veterans. That's what
and I'd like to say, with Fishing and Freedom's videos he does, I love the endings where he says, "Think of that, help him out." It's inspiring. I mean, he can bring a chair to a guy's eyes.
At least what they've done for us.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to do this year is a little different. At the end of our, I guess it'd be the start of our tournament. We usually play the national anthem. This year, the AMVETs, they actually have a lady possibly lined up. She is going to sing national first to play on site.
Nice.
Thank you, Want to Be Outdoors, for sharing that link for AMVETs Outdoors.
Thanks, Matt.
And would you vets have any last thoughts that you'd like to share before we end this?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for supporting Alan and supporting us, and then supporting us. We're doing what we want to do. Where you are supporting vets and soldiers above that are still out there. So I appreciate everybody. This thing's going to go good. We're going to have a lot of participation from the veteran organization, whether it be vets or even our juniors, kids that are growing up to get into that, and everybody else to really reach out to the veterans and get them there, even if they just come for the food and the event. If they don't want to fish, make it about them to feel like they really want to again.
Yeah, they don't have to come to our event. They can just come to the gathering part, eat some food, and brotherhood, meet some veterans, get them intertwined with our local community, and maybe win some prizes and things like that. Have a good day with everybody involved. It's not about the additional part of it.
Well, Evan, I'd like to thank you for just letting me be up here, inviting me up tonight and be with these guys and just be a part of it. I thank you fellas for letting me share the panel with you. And
Thank you.
I just want to tell both of y'all sincerely, thank you very much for everything you've done for all of us and for this country. And I appreciate it. And I'll do everything I can do to get the word out for you. Thank y'all very much.
Richard, it's an honor to have you up here and have you as a friend and in the catfish community, because I see what you do with your channel and how you encourage people to think of it. Now, I'd like to see more people bring vets fishing and get them out there, even if they can't support them. That'd be really good.
Absolutely. I'll do everything I can.
Thank you.
I know you will, bud.
Well, all right, fellas, I'm gonna get off here. 4 o'clock's gonna come early, but it's a pleasure meeting all of you and talking with all of you.
And thank you for coming up, bud.
Appreciate it.
And with that, I'd like to say thank you, Alan, for what you do. Thank you for the vets that's helping you do this. I pray this is going to be raise the money that you need and want to help the vets with their bills or gas, whatever they may need. And
that was one of the things they asked me when we got started with this. How would I like to see the money dispersed? And I said that's on them. I said what I'm doing is trying to raise the money for you guys. You guys put it where it's needed.
Exactly. And I'm going to keep doing as much as I can to help you guys whenever you need it or however you need it. And if I can support you, I'm going to support you. If I can help you get the funds you need, I'll find a way to do it.
All that we're really asking right now is just for people to help publicize our event and get the awareness out. If they can donate money to these guys to help them with their causes, that's great. If not, just help support us while we're doing it.
Exactly. So everybody, please share this out on your social medias, and if you have the community tab, do that as well. Let's get these people out there, and let's get the support and the awareness out for these vets. And please take a vet fishing.
Got it.
Go visit the vet. Chat with them. Be there for them if they need something. Visit with them. If they need to ride to the grocery store or to a doctor's appointment, help them out, please.
We do that here.
All right, Adam. Thanks for having us on tonight.
You're welcome. And good night, everybody. On tight lines.
All right, buddy.